Hello and welcome to another update video on Solana. I need to keep it short and sweet today. Got lots of work going on today also with our member live stream. By the way, before we dive into this, I need to mention the stream today. For those of you who are attending, I know because not everybody's reading the announcements. Instead of 5 p.m. UTC, it's going to be at 4 p.m. UTC. I had to move it because I've got some appointments later today. So 4 p.m. UTC, check your time zone. It's going to be an hour earlier. So just need to mention that in the videos today. Just make sure most people get the message. It should be clear because it's in the announcement, but I know, sometimes things get missed when you just read quickly through an announcement. Then, so 4 p.m. UTC, our member live stream today. Check it out if you're interested. Lots of coins will be discussed. On the Solana chart here, we're still dealing with this 1-2 setup, which we already talked about, last couple of days over the weekend. This is developed. My thesis was yesterday that this move up was a B wave. So I think that was kind of accurate. It was a B wave, and the market has now come back to support. And this is still considered a potential 1-2 setup. The micro support area is between $143.94 and 148.25. The market has already reacted to it. And if we now get a break above that B wave high at around $153, we could be on our way to maybe around about $160 plus. We can measure that. I mean, first of all, why did I assume it's a B wave? I don't have a crystal ball. How could I know? Well, I didn't know, right? It's about understanding what is probable and considering the move down, looking at the structure, it looked a little bit more like a 5-wave move. The move up looked like a 3-wave move anyway, so it was probable. In addition to that, direct breakouts on a Saturday are rare, and sometimes a wider wave 2 just looks better. So that was my thesis, but I did tell you that, the levels are more important. So support was already reached here, bounced off. So, it's kind of playing out, this setup at the moment. I called it unreliable. It still is because it's so small. If you get a little bit of Bitcoin weekend or end of the week volatility, it might easily break. So please note this setup is only really for those who know what they're doing on the smaller time frames. For most people, I guess the larger 1-2 setup that we normally talk about that's been building over the last few weeks is the more relevant one to use with the relevant levels we talked about. No need to repeat that today. Did that over the last few days extensively. I want to focus here on the shorter time frame because with this B wave high, what we can do is we can measure a target for wave C. And so let me just adjust that slightly here. So normally what we want is that the 100% extension is kind of reached. 147.60, you could say we nearly got there. I mean, on a time frame like that, that's really just striking distance. I would be okay with it having a low formed now. Then it would be a running flat, which would be very bullish. So we'll see if the market starts a third wave rally from here. Can absolutely go a little lower. I mean, it has room all the way down to $143.94 if needed. Yeah, and any break above yesterday's high at $153 could set the stage, the stage will be set down here, right? This is the foundation, but it could open the door to a rally to round about $164, the 138% extension. Then we can get a fourth wave, and the fifth wave should take us to round about $167. So this is what we are tracking. Basically here as a 1-2 setup, and then third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave. So this is how we are tracking the next move up, but only it gets confirmed here if we get a break above this B wave high. And please note that, let's say, the next decent setup will be after these 5 waves have formed. So this could be, let's say, the next 1-2 setup, okay? So after the next degree, this will be more reliable because this is the larger degree. It is just a more stable setup, right? It is not going to be invalidated so easily by just very short-term intraday crypto volatility like this one. Yeah, some people ask me, why is this unreliable? It's just too small, really, okay? I don't want to make the impression this is a high-quality setup. it is one if you're trading on the smaller time frames, trading intraday or short-term swing trades, absolutely. But for most people, the larger swings are the way to go, in my opinion, right? The smaller the time frame, the I would say the higher the skill level needs to be, because you need to be more stress resistant. And but again, it is what it is. What we're dealing with here at the moment is a potential reaction already. So if this momentum builds now, then this becomes more probable as a third wave. Also, what would help is a micro 5-wave move up from the low now. Obviously, we can't see that yet. And also, I'm not necessarily expecting another 1-2 setup in this third wave, because it's just too small. Again, it would be this. In theory, it should do this now, in theory. But reality is you probably won't see a nice structure like this. It might, if it's a third wave, it might just go directly. But we'll see. We keep an open mind. For now, the focus is on whether the bulls can defend this support area and hold the $143.94 level. This is going to be the focus for today, maybe tomorrow. I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure to follow us on X if you want to see further, additional updates here. Just make sure you only follow the account with a golden check mark. And again, there are some updates that are not published on YouTube, certain charts, and much more. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.